Hi everyone, this is Facia with Simply Lavish at Home, bringing you some spooky Halloween decor. I wanted to get this out for you early, so in case you have some Halloween festivities and want to copy the look, you have some time to get out to the stores. Now the concept of this particular look is, one, I did not want to use black. We know Halloween is always about black and orange and purple, but I didn't want to use that. I thought it would be really cool to go with something different, and I kind of took my inspiration from a previous Halloween room I did, which was a seance room, in which it was just covered in all white. Everything was covered in white sheets and candles, and the homeowner for that space thought it was incredibly eerie. So I thought going with this off-white witch's lair would be kind of fun and not going with the norm. Also, I wanted to do Halloween with things that aren't necessarily specific to Halloween, that have nothing to do with Halloween at all. Obviously, there's some elements that are going to be very seasonal and specific to the occasion, but for the most part, I've done this with things that you can easily find at a thrift store that you may already have at the home. But again, I say again and again, I try not to use too much that can only be used for one occasion. I'd like to also draw your attention to this background, which I love because it could not have been more perfect if I had have built it myself, and I really almost did. I was in the hardware store looking through paneling to see, because I really wanted to get this look with this old cottage-like background, but I managed to find it in paper. So that is paper that is affixed to the wall to give us that old rustic cabin look. The table is covered in white, where I started with a plain white tablecloth, and then covered that with some spooky fabric that I found at the fabric store, just cut straight off the bolt. It already had those stains in it, so it gives an authentic look, but it's easily something that you can stain yourself. And then we take a closer look. I have those little furry guys in there, and that grow snake, that magic grow snake that I put in the bathtub and forgot it was there. Imagine my shock when I look and there's this grubby little snake in there. Also, I found, that's just an old knife that I picked up at the thrift store. A book that was already in my collection, a nice hardcover book that's pretty old, so the pages are kind of yellow, so it looked good. And that candelabra that I've picked up also at a thrift store. And then the walls are dressed with some bones I got at Walgreens, of all places. They had a bag of bones, so I just scattered a few of them on the wall, tied them up there, and also put the skull on a cake plate. That skull is sitting on a cake plate with some Spanish moss and a couple of candles. That cauldron with the hand sticking out of it, I can't really tell it's a hand, but there's a hand sticking out of. And that picture was also a thrift store find. It's pretty rusty. I didn't even bother to try to clean it, but I'll try later. Maybe it'll come out nice. And those vases that I filled with cornstarch and food coloring. And my crystal ball, which is basically a light fixture cover with a tap light, and it is sitting on top of a candlestick. So it gives you the look of that crystal ball that's glowing. And of course, it can't be complete without candles. So I added a few more candles to brighten the space and make it look spooky. And I really think I nailed it. I kind of nailed it with the spooky factor, I think. Let me know what you think. As always, thank you so much for watching. Leave your comments below. If you have not already, click that subscribe button. Hopefully bring you more great videos. And find my social media information in my description. As always, here's to living simply lavishly. Cheers.